down, will you, girls? Now then, James, are you quite happy with your parking for somebody to take a photo of it?
Parking a car?
Yes, just a normal car. Are you quite happy with that?
It doesn't sound very interesting, but yeah.
No? OK, well, we all know about speed cameras, but now there's a new camera on the block.
Yes, there are. Motorists beware. It's the mobile CCTV parking camera.
Interesting now?
Traffic wardens, love them or hate them, they've been the face of parking enforcement for over 50 years. But now there's a new kid on the block. In 2008, councils in England and Wales were given a new weapon in their armoury against problem parkers: CCTV cars. They're a small yet significant tool in parking enforcement and are equipped with the latest state-of-the-art technology. Since the new cars have been in operation, penalties outside London have risen by almost 500,000. It's not clear if the leap in fines is down to these cars, but drivers everywhere have locked horns with them. Last year, 76-year-old Michael Johns was fined by Medway Council for parking illegally. Only problem is, he claims he wasn't parked at all. He told the council he'd been turning into an entrance, but had to reverse to allow a car to pass when he was filmed by a CCTV car. The reverse and brake lights seemed to indicate Mr. Johns was manoeuvring.
Well, I immediately appealed against it, but the Medway Council didn't allow it, so I took it in my hands and put it through to the adjudicator. I thought, well, if I don't win it, I don't win it. And, you know, I won it in the end.
Despite this win, Medway Council insist he was parked illegally, that the video footage shows this, and they say Mr. Johns admitted this in his original appeal. They also said they were given insufficient notification of the parking adjudicator's hearing to be able to attend. But the way the CCTV cars are used is a major issue.
The important thing is that the councils are focused on how to use the vehicle and when to use the vehicle, and to follow the guidance that's issued to them.
Some argue the cars flout guidelines by hiding from public view. Protest group The No to Mobe is determined to highlight the cars to unsuspecting drivers. What are you doing, Bruce?
Well, we assist the camera cars in doing their duty. The statutory goal is 100% compliance without penalties. When we're there, they achieve exactly that, because people see the car, they don't commit the offence. Most of the people don't know that they're about to commit an offence until we tell them.
Councils still think that the cars are extremely effective.
If you're a motorist and you park legally, then you're not going to have a problem, and that would be my message to all motorists. Park legally, and you're not going to have to worry about these cars at all.
But even some of the cars have found themselves on the wrong side of the regulations. Nigel Wise received a parking ticket in Richmond in August 2010, but he successfully had it repealed after it was ruled the CCTV car that fined him wasn't properly licensed by the Department of Transport. His case has opened the floodgates, and Richmond Council is now looking at having to refund 18,500 tickets issued between 2009 and 2011 at a cost of just over £1 million. And elsewhere, there are concerns about how the cars operate.
There are occasions when the public come and say, well, look, it was parked on a double yellow line for 5 minutes whilst it was filming me, and why should they park there when I can't?
This was photographed in 2010. Camden Council said some of their vehicles have permits allowing them to park anywhere. Drivers have instructions they should only park on double yellows when it's both necessary and safe. With so many questions being asked about mobile CCTV, they're going to remain controversial and the focus of drivers' anger. But with other councils ordering even more of them, be warned, because they are going to become an increasingly familiar sight on our roads.
That's such bad news.
It is for you. It is.
Yeah.
But James, you were saying in the film there that you're a bit of a chance when it comes to parking.
Well, a little bit, yeah, because, I mean, I've always believed that parking, obviously inconsiderate parking is a bad thing and it needs to be controlled to a certain extent, but there should be a sort of element of sport about it, I think.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, if you are, I've seen...
For having a go.
Yeah, I saw an incident years ago where an old guy, he pulled up by the side of the road. He'd obviously left his wife at the supermarket. They were quite old people. They were sort of in their 70s, and she was standing there with the 2 big bags.
Yeah.
He just stopped and got out and did the decent thing to open the door and the boot for her, and, you know, somebody came up with a tow truck to take his car away.
To take the car away?
Yeah, well, fortunately, the local people rebelled and protected him while he drove off. But I just thought that, you know, that's now picking on old people, which is very bad form and un-British.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's certainly one case, Dom, but in general, can you moan if you get
Of course you can moan, yeah. I mean, the first thing you'll hear about it is when the penalty lands on your doormat, and it will have just the details of where you were and a still photo. Now, the first thing you want to do, if, you know, it's fair game, if you know you're in the wrong, James, you've got to shut up and pay up, in a nutshell. If you're not and you want to appeal it, you do have a right by law to actually ask to see the footage. The council will either send you a DVD or they'll put it online, or if they don't do that, you can go along to the council offices and you can request to see that within 14 days. They have to allow you. If there's something wrong there, appeal it. If you win the appeal, great. If you don't, you have one more string to your bow. You can then ask for an industrial tribunal to consider it. That shouldn't cost you anything. They will then give their verdict. If you lose that one as well, you might as well give up and just pay it. But let me tell you something, now, there's a good bit of advice here. If you've got any sort of threat overhanging you, like a parking ticket or anything else like that, if you register a dispute with the company, then they're not allowed to legally enforce bailiffs to come around and start hassling you for the money until that dispute's been resolved. So let them know that you're aware of that, and quite often the tickets tend to disappear.
Yeah, OK.
This is private parking companies.
It's anything. It's even if you had a gas bill or anything else like that. If there's a dispute and you raise a dispute with anybody, you say, look, I dispute this at the moment. Until that dispute has been resolved, no one can enforce any debt recovery agents.
That's great.
It works wonders. Just let them know you know that law quite often makes the debt go away.
OK.